So let's talk about the why. Okay, so there's a huge discussion amongst a lot of people all the time these days over which system is better, which system is not as good. What do you like about this system? You know what? I just want to make this clear right now. Super clear, okay? Yes, I shoot Sony. I'm a Sony shooter. No, I don't shoot Canon. I used to shoot Canon. Do I miss Canon? I miss two things about Canon. What are the two things that I miss about Canon? The first thing that I miss about Canon has nothing to do with the camera body. Just keep that in mind, okay? I do not miss a Canon body, not even a little bit. I don't think about it, I don't miss it, I don't want to even remember it, to be honest with you. What I do miss is the 200 f2. That was probably the only lens that I could shoot at a wide open aperture. And what's aperture, folks? It's your f-stop. So it was the 200 f2 lens that I'm talking about. Yeah, the super ridiculous expensive one. That was the only one that gave me tack sharp images. Wide open with beautiful buttery bokeh. Oh, I miss it so much. But don't forget, we now have the Sigma 105 f1 point, what is this? f1.4? I think it's an f1.4. I don't even remember. I just love it. Pretty sure though. Yeah, f1.4. So that's pretty damn good if you ask me. But I love it. I love it so much. It's amazing and I'm thrilled and I couldn't be happier to have this lens. So there is that. I was shooting Canon 5D Mark II, 5D Mark III, 5D Mark IV, okay? For the first 3 years of my 5D Mark II, I had zero issue. I had no issue, I loved my system, I had no problem. But here's the why for that. So the reason why I had no issue was because when I started to get serious about photography, I only shot in studio and I only shot with strobes. And so my average f-stop was between f5.6 and f8. So of course I had no issue. All of my images were tack sharp, beautiful, perfect, no problems whatsoever. But then came natural light. Natural light, folks. Gosh, what was I doing? I was stuck in a studio. I wanted to go outside. I wanted to shoot natural light. Hey, what is this bokeh? Yes, I became a bokeh whore. Whore. Total whore. But I had a problem. I had a problem because Canon at f1.2 on my 50 or my 85, my images were super soft. There were no tack sharp images. And I knew it, I knew it because I knew what a tack sharp image was. I was a studio shooter. I knew what f8 looked like. I knew what in focus looked like, okay? So I would zoom into these images and I'd go, wait, what is this? I don't get it. They're soft. There's no sharpness to them. So off to the store I'd go and I was like, listen, I need my camera cleaned or something. I've micro adjusted all of my lenses and they're soft. Only at wide open, of course. If I chose to shoot at f4, if I chose to shoot, something like that, they would be fine. But I didn't want fine. I wanted bokeh. Right? So what I do? So I go to the store, they're like, oh no, Nikki, you're shooting with a 5D Mark II. That was never intended to be a portrait camera, ever. Here's the 5D Mark III. This is what you need. Yes! Great. Happy. Good. Take that puppy home, put my lens on, get into natural light, f2, bam! No, soft. Soft, 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 soft. Okay, so I pushed through the softness because, hey, it wasn't that bad. The reason I say it wasn't that bad is because I learned how to edit in a way that made my images appear to be sharper than they were. And guess what? For the internet, for your computer screen, For your phone, that's fine. When you're looking at an image this big on your phone, it looks perfect, tack sharp. But now, hold on a minute. Now you're a professional photographer. Now you have clients. You're trying to sell a wall print this big. What happens when you print the wall print? It doesn't look that sharp. It doesn't look that good. So I had a problem. Okay, so either I had to start shooting at f4, f5.6, f8 outside in natural light situations, or I needed to figure this out. So Canon 5D Mark IV comes out. Yes, right? This is going to solve all of my problems. They even had this thing that, you know what? If your image wasn't sharp, you could sharpen it, like focus adjustment, move the focus or something they said. I don't even remember what it's called. All I know is this, it didn't work. All I know is that my 5D Mark IV had the exact same issue as my 3, as my 2. So it was probably 2.5 months, 3 months after I got the 5D Mark IV that I said, okay, that's it, I'm out. Sony, here I come. I got the A7R2, and what? I can't even believe I spent so much time wasting images and talent and people and opportunity on soft images. And it may not be important to some of you, but at the time, all I wanted to do was shoot wide open. You know, I mean, things evolve and change, and now I'm definitely more into a different style and look of different stuff. So 1.2 is not that important to me anymore. I love being able to change and evolve and grow, and I think as artists we have to. I don't think that sticking to one exact setting and one exact look on your equipment is going to help you grow as an artist. So I've changed that now. I'm not so completely, you know, in love with bokeh that every image has to have it. I know how to paint. I know how to paint traditionally and digitally, so I know how to make things happen without that 1.2. But having said that, there were things about the Sony that when I bought into it, I didn't even know about, that now I couldn't live without. Eye autofocus, face recognition, face registration, all of that stuff just makes being a photographer so much more enjoyable, if that makes sense. I love my equipment. I depend on it and I love it, and I know that it delivers everything that I wanted. So that's my journey, folks. That's my why. That's my why. I just wanted to explain it. I'm not a Sony artisan of light. I wish. I'm not getting paid or reimbursed in any way for this discussion and review. I just really wanted to share my why. So I'm going to leave you with some before and after images of the images that I shot before with my Canon 85 1.2, and I'm going to show you some images that I now shoot with my Sony G Master 85 1.4 as well as my Sigma 105 1.4. Oh, and one last thing too. I have pink hair.